ahead and start on beach 1, just to show you the new damage route. So we start out like normal here. Just gonna get up here, damage boost. Now, this right here, this is gonna be tile manipulation. So basically, if you just run to the right here and then you release Y at the same time that I release it, you're not gonna make it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one step to the right, and then about halfway through the second step, you're gonna start running.
Okay.
And then there, I release Y. And notice how right there, I took no damage. So that's your first tile manipulation right there. And it saves a bit of time. And then we run and jump right there, kind of near the end of the dune. You want to kind of press left there before the health to make sure you don't accidentally go an extra tile. And then right here, we just run and kick the turtle. So we can just do a quick grab with this.
I don't know why, but I tend to jump over the turtle there for some reason.
You can also kick the turtle if you want. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you either basically also kick the second turtle, do the 2-framer, but that's just the easiest way to jump over him.
Okay.
And then there, we're just going to run and then start walking right near the end and then duck down.
Okay.
And notice the position that I have this rock in. Notice how the right side is aligned with that little hole in the ground. That's the optimal place to push the rock.
Okay.
And then let me just think right here. So this jump here, I guess it would probably be faster just not to take damage. And notice there, I actually ducked on the second possible tile, but it saves a tenth of a second. Here, we can just hold YB and right. Then we can jump there.
So that's how we stop Lester doing the stupid thing where he just wiggles his way slowly to it.
Yeah, if you kill an enemy besides bats, because bats are special, you destroy the animation for forever. So in that first level, we make sure that we kill both the turtle and the crab.
That might be my problem, because I don't kill a crab, I only kill a single turtle, and that's it.
Yeah, you want to make sure you kill both of them. Now here, as soon as I fall down this platform, I'm just going to hold YB and right the entire time. So YB and right, and that'll set you up perfectly for that ledge. Here, you're going to run 1 unit right, then walk a unit, and then just drop down. Then you can just YB and right, I think. Now here, you're going to damage boost, and you can get the health optionally if you want to take a safe strat, but it is best to just to skip. It saves 2 seconds. So that's what I always do. Now here, I guess we're going to skip the... we're just going to hit the crab. I don't usually do this, so I don't really know what's going to happen. But I think you run to the end here, and then you just jump off and kick the crab. But make sure when you're going onto this next ledge, you need to do a run jump, or else the eagle will get you. So just do it like that. You have to do a run jump there. You can't do an up jump, or else it will grab you.
Yeah, that's where my problems initially lied, was simply because I would, oh, my mic keeps turning itself up, I really need to stop doing it. My problem is that, I forgot what I was going to say, I completely forgot what I was saying.
Just, the eagle, does it normally grab you?
It used to, but not anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Also, I wish my mic would stop turning itself up. It keeps doing it.
That's weird.
Yeah. Let me just move a little bit closer, maybe.
Okay, so Caves 1 is pretty simple. We're only going to do one ledge jump. If you do all the ledge jumps, it saves like a third of a second. Probably actually a bit more than that. But this first one, just I'll pause. Right about here, you notice the little rockets up to the right of me. That next one, that's your Q. So right there. And you just hold right and jump. So I can do that again for you in normal motion.
See, that jump's not too bad for me. It's either that I undercut it and then I have to just jump down normally, but...
Yeah. And these turnarounds, you can actually just turn around on the actual, like, slope part. That's when you start holding the opposite direction. And you can also jump down there, but I don't recommend it. So here, just make sure that you don't get slow ledges, because I'll show you real quick here. Notice, did you see how slow that was?
Yeah.
How he kind of lingered at the ledge? And then look at that, he immediately snapped to it. So you
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're grabbing your ledges at the right part.
Yeah,
And in this
I
section
tend to sometimes fall a little bit short on it. I think that's where my problem is that I jump a little bit too early.
And you don't have to do that last jump that I did there. I just did it out of muscle memory.
Which jump was that? Sorry, I'm trying to keep my audio sorted out.
Up. With the bats, when you're running from them, I just did a ledge skip. You don't have to. You can just turn on them just like you did with the other one. It's a really simple level. You just basically have to make sure you make that first jump, then everything else just falls into place.
Okay.
So there's a jump that you can do in this level that optionally you can go for. It's not too hard. But first you want to make sure you make this jump. Don't jump too late here, or else Lesser starts going down the slope and you won't have enough height. You want to jump right about where it starts to angle down, so right there. And this jump, basically, remember what I showed you with the ledge earlier?
Yeah.
There's actually one more way of grabbing the ledge, and it's called a ledge snap or quick grab. Either way, you want to call it. Basically, if Lester's just a little bit less than perpendicular to a ledge and he jumps, he'll just grab right onto it. It's kind of a glitch. But you just want to jump a bit after Lester starts running.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it there. So that was slow grab. And then that's fast grab. It saves a cycle with the drip. Now, if you miss the drip, I'll show you what you do. So I missed it there. And the cycle's actually off, but normally you just get your gem, you take a step, and then you just run off, and it lands you right on the ledge. And of course, you can get that health over there. It's optional, but usually...
I always pick it up for safety. That's what I tend to do. It's very much a safety bumper.
I think it's actually better to skip it no matter what, as long as you have 2 health. If you have 1 health, definitely get it, though.
I always pick up with 2. So where would the other health pickup be?
Well, you just do an intentional death later in the run. It's faster to do that.
Yeah.
So here, we're just going to run to the right, take 2 steps, be right jump, then put it in place. And I'm actually going to intentionally kill myself to show you the strat in case you do get RNG, good RNG. So normally, just keep in mind here that I would normally have 2 health. And this is the strat if you have 2 health.
See,
so you jump.
See, the thing I do in the previous stage for safety is, at the moment, because I keep missing the gem, placing the gem in. I always throw the rock at the bats. It's a couple of idiot seconds, but for me it feels safer.
Yeah, you can definitely get the rock. That's another safe strat that you can do, and that damage boost with the turtle, it's a tiny bit tight. But if you have 2 health, then you can go for it. If you have 3 health, there's no reason not to go for it. If you have 1 health, you just have to jump over them like normal. But yeah, just the strat that I did there is just you run up, toe twice, you do a be right jump, then you just run, and it takes you right to the correct tile.
Okay.
And then the rest of the stage is pretty self-explanatory. You want to make sure you jump near the end of that first platform so it sets you up to the right tile. Here, you can just run off. And some people don't know this, but you can just keep on running here.
How do you keep the running going? Because my problem is that when he runs off a ledge, he tends to stumble.
He just doesn't do it at that certain ledge.
Okay, is it specific ledges that he does it on?
Yeah, that one just doesn't have enough height to make him stumble.
Okay.
So now, right here, you can do tiptoe skips, but they're really precise. Just make sure that you jump, and based on your tile, you can tell where you are. But you can actually always skip 1 and be safe. So, like, right here, if you land at least on this exact tile, notice how I'm 1 to the right of the tiki. That's a single skip. So you just take one tiptoe, and then you're right here.
So that saves the jump pretty much.
Yeah. Now, basically, when you get here, you'll either be... I can't replicate the tile because of this tiptoe unless I do some shenanigans. Okay, so this tile right here, when you run to the right, after you pass the palm tree, you're going to have to take an extra step. if you land on this tile, then you can just run and kick. Okay, so I'm going to show you both ways. So, oh, I can't because of the tiptoe. But just remember, like right here, like normally the tiptoe would be null because you jump into the trigger of the animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, just remember this is extra step after passing the second palm tree, and then the other one is just hit it as soon as you pass the palm tree. But yeah, you can also just jump over if you want to just take it easy.
Also, for reference as well, I will be highlighting this as well, so then I can always refer back to it.
Okay, that's good.
It could also, I might also put it on my, with your permission, I might put it on my YouTube page as well, so then other runners can have a look at it as well, because it's more taking it baby step by baby step almost, which is a lot of help.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me doing that, of course.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Thank you.
Now right here, there's two different strats you can do. I think my strat is a bit easier, but it can also be a tiny bit riskier just with the initial jump. Rat does a setup basically for a quick grab, but I don't like doing that. I basically jump. See how the dune right there, the one that Lester's near, it slopes up and then comes back down later.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit after crossing where it's flat, you're gonna jump, and it'll get you just above Mr. Krabs, just like that, and then you jump it there. You can also, of course, jump later and then walk to the ledge. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with.
Is there a way that you can leave the jump on the crab late enough that you can still grab that ledge?
No, that ledge is way too far away.
The only other way means most likely be a damage boost, but
yeah, there's no health for that. And besides, if you damage boost in this level, it's better to damage boost through the turtle and the crab at the beginning because, I mean, you're skipping 2 landing animations there.
Yeah.
Now here, right when you get near the edge of this platform, you're gonna stop running and you're just gonna hold right, and Lester actually walks in midair, just like that, and it saves a tile. That's my favorite time save in this entire game.
Yeah, I'm just making sure the capture's still good. It was a little bit too high, so a little bit of the bottom was cut off, but it's not anything that would have affected anything, so...
Okay,
that particular thing though, I used to have problems with for some reason. I don't know why. I would have trouble skipping the text.
Yeah, I always just say make sure you take one step and then kind of like take your hand off the controller and hit start just a bit. So just make sure you take a step right, and then about as soon as you see Lester stop moving, that's when the text box is gonna pop up.
Yeah, so it's almost like an instantaneous.
Yeah. Okay, so Burial Grounds, we have a buffer at the beginning of this level where we just do Y dash jump, B jump, Y dash jump, and it makes you safe here. So Y dash, B, Y dash, and then here we're gonna run, and for each of these sets here, we're just gonna jump about like Lester's forwardmost foot is at the crack of each rock.
Yeah.
So right there, and there's just not much to say with this level besides practice. You want to watch out because those rocks there, the single and then the double here, they're random. So just make sure you know when they're going to fall or not. You can, if you go fast enough, you can actually skip dropping it before the text goes away.
Yeah, I've done this skip a few times. Mm-hmm. But it was in the race we did earlier that I actually overshot it.
Yeah, you want to be very careful not to get bad tiling and then walk off the edge. So if you need to, if you're doing a marathon, just take it safe.
Yeah.
Now here there's a buffer that I do to get a good ending section. Mm-hmm. You can do it with just a single X input, but it's very, very risky. But if you get it, it'll guarantee frame perfect. But what I do is I just do X, then I run, take a step, and run. It's like this. And then it's always kind of decent. But I mean, yeah, with Burial Grounds, there's not much to say besides just practice it. That's just one level that you have to grind out because, I mean, there is randomness to the level, but most of it is just practice.
This is perhaps the only stage I'm very consistent at because there's nothing that can really go wrong.
Yeah, Village is a really easy stage.
Although make sure sometimes I do undershoot the pushing here.
Yeah, just make sure you push it to the right of that little skull on top. Like, you see how the little chair, whatever it is, I think it's actually a throne. you want to make sure that the top left edge of it passes the skull, and then you'll make it every time.
See, my reference point for that is that the far right hand side of the thing you push actually is in line with the H of Hector.
Mm-hmm.
And it tends to be relatively consistent. But sometimes it's just like half a tile short, and then obviously his foot doesn't clear the bottom of the or the top of the ledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, if you want to take it safe, you can always push it a bit farther.
Yeah.
Now here, Rooftops is kind of a thing where there are just so many different strats that you can do. There is nothing that is perfect. But first off, we can always make this jump here. So what you want to do is, you notice how this is split into segments?
Mm-hmm.
Right about here is where you jump on the fourth one.
Yeah.
And you want to jump just maybe a bit before it, kind of. That's how I kind of tend to think.
So when he's running to the right, he kind of aligns with the massive tree trunk in the back. Pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something that'll seem a bit tough at first, but then once you get it down, it's the easiest thing ever. See, like right here, I've done it 6 times or so in a row, and it's no problem. Okay, so Rooftops. First thing is first, if you want to be consistent, the only true consistent way of doing this is to land on the very edge of a rooftop, and then being in a position where you can just time it to do a B neutral. So, for example, right here, you can do a Y left jump after doing a B neutral, and then you're standing right here, and you can just wait for the fire to go away.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
then once
tend to
it's
do.
clear, you can go.
That's normally what my first sort of strategy is. And what I do here, actually, is I extend the jump very, very slightly. So then it gives me a better chance of getting the third rooftop, because otherwise I find that I'm a little bit short.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much that he's past like the chimney bit, and he's partially on the green bit, but not so much that he's going to fall down. It's kind of, it's kind of like where you are if you move like a quarter tile to the right. So if you move a quarter tile to the right, you'll see where I mean.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you're always landing on the right side of all of the rooftops, and and if you hold the B button, then he jumps on the roof, so you don't have to time it at all. I hear some people mashing. Don't do that. Just hold the button. And
because the problem is with mashing as well is that you can't correct it. Because you're already shoving another input in, and it's tough to correct.
Yeah. Now I'm actually going to show you Cage as well, just in case you miss it. So there's a glitch we do here.
I've
so
never
what
seen
do you
this
do?
text before, actually. Unfortunately, Lester fell in. I've never seen that text before.
Yeah, so here we're going to turn around and take 2 steps to the left. As soon as he passes the flower, we're going to turn, and then we're going to mash the X button, and he misses us for no good reason.
Huh.
So just turn, take 2 steps left, and then as soon as he passes the flower, you're going to turn, run, and mash X.
That, compared to my PB, actually might be quicker than what I normally do, because in my PB, I took it really safe on the rooftops.
I mean, if you take it super duper safe, it might only waste like a second or two to go for it. Optimally, if you play through that and through rooftops like the way I do, then you lose 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So here is river. So,
otherwise known as the fun stage.
So the way that this level was designed is really weird. So, personally, do you think that they would make the tiling on the raft, like how it works? So like basically, if you're in one position, you take 2 steps left, and then you turn around and take 2 steps right. Do you think you would be in the same position?
I don't think you would.
No, you wouldn't. That's correct. It's because this stage, the way it's tiled, is each part of the river has its own tile. So if you take a step right, and you're in the middle of a tile, Lester is going to take a short step, or the same way around, he could go a tile and a half. So basically, the best way to say this is the tiling is not random, but it is, because there's almost like no way to really know how you're going to be tiled, so it might just be best to take things safe. But as long as you have cues, you'll always be fine.
Because obviously the raft is also still moving as well, so it's also moving tiles as well, which causes the inconsistencies.
Mm-hmm. So for this first one, you can be as far as 7 tiles over, where there's only like 1 tile in front of you, and you'll be fine, but you might just want to take a few back just to be safe. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay right here. You can still, like, if I took a step forward here, there's a good chance the tiling would just mess me up, so I wouldn't want to take an extra step. But this is where we're gonna take our first dismount. So notice how there's the monkey right there. That's kind of your cue to say, hey, get ready. And then there's that second tree there. When Lester passes that second tree, then you jump. So right now. And then that's how you make the first jump. It's not bad once you get used to it. The only hard part of this level is the second one. So here we're gonna run. When you get to the second puff of grass, you're gonna jump. Here I just like to be neutral because it looks cool. You don't have to do that though.
See, another problem that I sometimes have is with the snakes. Sometimes if I'm too far to the left, the snake falls down. I just don't have time to kick in time.
Yeah, you don't have to kick that first one there. You can just be neutral, jump under it. That's what I did in blindfolded, and it kind of just stuck.
What, the one on the raft, or?
Yeah. Now, this is very important to you. You do not want to be far over at all for this next one, or else it'll completely mess up the vine, unless you're going to take the health. Which honestly you probably shouldn't be going for quick vine if you're doing a marathon run. But I'm just gonna say this just in case you do want to go for it, because it saves like 4 seconds. You want to stand here, make sure your tile's off, and then at the end when you jump off, you're gonna delay on the vine, so you jump straight to the next raft. But I mean, I think I might as well go for it, since it's kind of self-explanatory what you do if you just take it safe. You basically just mash off of the vine, kick the snake, then get the health.
Yeah, because what I tend to do for that extra health is I actually go a little bit to the left, like I hold left a little bit to jump, so
yeah,
instantly when the snake falls, I can instantly kick it, and then take the health, and then move on to the final raft.
So you see this gray tree right there? That's the next cue. When Lester's about in the center of that, that's when you jump.
Yeah.
And then right about there, notice how Lester was with the vine. Just pay very attention to that one visual, and you'll make this jump every time. And that is the harder strat. And same thing there, you can just jump under that one.
Can you jump over every snake, or is it only specifics?
You can do it with anyone, but that's just the ones that are most helpful for. So
this is where I have the issues. This is where the issues for me currently lie the most.
So you see how there's a green tree with leaves to the right of that big tree that Lester's on right now?
Mm-hmm.
The one with no leaves is where you jump, and it's a bit after he passes it. So right there. Easy peasy.
So it's very much like when you start running, what is the...
Just as soon as you pass the tree, and you just buffer it. All of these inputs are buffered. I'm just holding Y, B, and right. I'm not like running and then timing the B button. Yeah. It's all buffered.
Okay.
And then jungle is pretty easy. You just need to remember that there's one vine that's a bit farther away than all the others, because the game designers are mean.
Yeah, this stage is not too bad for me. It's only because I was de-rusting this evening that I was having a few issues with it.
So this is our first ladder. Basically, a bit after you see Lester's head surface, you can jump up. And then there's an animation skip here. Just jump a bit after the midpoint of where there's the branch.
This is the
I don't know. It's not too bad. You just need to practice it. I actually almost missed it there.
Yeah, what I tend to do there to get the animation skip is I actually jump beyond the actual point, and then I turn to run and jump. It just works a little bit more comfortable for me, I find.
Yeah, you can actually jump on the trigger and it won't activate, and then you can just go from there. And also be careful here, do not buffer the inputs. Press the B button manually, or else the game will eat your input. So I believe it's this one here. This vine is farther away than all the others. Just remember, when you get that vine, you're about to get the double. And then for the double, there's a jump that you can do that saves like a half a second. Like that.
Wow.
That's a really hard jump, though. You don't need to get it. Just make sure that you live.
Then these are the strats that we found.
What was that?
These are the strats that me and you were able to locate.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just need to be 100% confident in terms of going for it. I think that's where my current problem is.
So here, when you initially push the block, you notice how there's like a little, I don't even know what that is. It looks like I always think it's a handkerchief. I don't know. It's not though. But there's that little white thing hanging out of the raft. You're gonna push the box a bit past
I
that.
think it's an ore, actually.
It might be. And there, if you land on the second leftmost tile, because basically one tile where Lester looks like he's levitating, if you get that, just pick up the candle, take a step to the right. You're always going to do a B right jump there. Then here, you're just going to hold YB and right if you're on the leftmost tile. Skip that. And then here, when you're jumping, you see how there's those little green things in the background?
Mm-hmm.
You jump right about here, past that second one.
Aha.
And then you land. You get that.
And then jumping through the door.
Yep. Okay, Harambe. This is very important because so many runners play this game and have no clue what they're doing. And this is free time save right here.
Yeah.
Free time save city, so make sure you're paying attention. So I'm going to explain this before I play it just so people know what to do. So we're going to start out and we're going to turn left and we're going to turn right, take a step. Then you're going to wait just a tiny bit. Just like, seriously, a frame or two. And then you're going to start mashing. And then that's your buffer for the first time. You get 4 hits there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to run about 2 units to the right. And then take a step to get into position. Turn around. Boomerang. Then you're going to run 1 unit. Walk to the right position. Turn around. And boomerang. And the third, 4th hit is really hard to get. Because it all depends on the initial frame that you get the first 4 hit.
Mm-hmm.
But the first 2 are always free.
Okay.
So here we go. Turn around, step, boomerang, and that was a bit late. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna kill myself because I missed it. Also, keep in mind, I forgot to say this before. When you have 1 health at river, make sure you commit suicide, unless you have 3 health. Otherwise, if you have 1 or 2 health, just suicide.
Okay.
So, turn around, step. Free time save. 1, 2, 1. Duck. 1, 2. Okay. I didn't get the right frame at the beginning, so I didn't get that third 4 hit. But as you can see, it's an easy fight as long as you know the buffer. Just make sure you practice that a bit. It's such a free time save that it would be ridiculous not to go for it, because there's no penalty not to go for it. You just have to learn it. Here, make sure you mash start so you can skip the little cutscene when he's running. Okay, so
this stage, it's from here on out is where I'm a lot more comfortable. I feel this stage I've got no problems with now because
I can help you.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a jump. It was just where the jumps were, but now it's not too much of an issue.
Well, I can also tell you how to optimize this. So basically the trick is to grab all the vines as soon as possible. So there's like, you notice how the grass kind of cut up into segments. So like here, let me outline it here. So like if this were a segment here, then that's the end of the segment.
Yeah.
How there's those little puffs of grass. Well, basically you're gonna jump either in the beginning or the middle of each segment. The first jump you jump in the beginning. The next 2 you jump in the middle. The 4th one you jump in the beginning, and then the last one you jump on the beginning.
Okay.
So just watch how I do this here. Beginning. Middle. Middle. And beginning. I almost missed that. Beginning. And you want to wait until you see 2 different swing animations. And from what I can tell, there's not really much of a difference from when you throw that boomerang. I like to do it 3 tiles up because then I know the rocks will always be cleared by then.
Yeah.
So this right here is tile manipulation, the level. And I'll explain everything as we get to it. But if you know this tile manipulation, it's really easy. So for the first switch, we're going to hit it, and then as we wait for the door, we're going to take 2 steps to get on this exact tile. And then from here, it sets us up perfectly to grab that ladder really quickly. If we land 2 units to the right of this ladder, right here, we can just run and immediately grab the ladder. if we land 2 units, or excuse me, 3 units to the right here, we can just run turn, land on the second unit of that switch, turn around, immediately grab that.
So just to confirm, how much is the size of one unit? Just
just about a Lester step. Sorry about
Okay.
that. I should have said tile.
Okay.
Here, this part is kind of just like do whatever you want. Honestly, just remember if you land on this tile here, you have to take 1 step and then turn around, and then when you come back, you have to take 2 steps again the ladder. Here, if you land there, you land on the second tile of this, I believe, or is it the first? It's the first. Yeah, it's the first. And then you just take 2 steps. So it is technically faster to land on this tile, but it's really risky because you don't want to accidentally land on this here. But when you're going back up, you want to land on that so you can save some ladder climb time. And then here, I believe, we're 1 unit off, or 1 tile.
Yeah, because I know that with the double function switch, that's the one I used to forget.
And I'm just seeing if I can get the don't normally stop there. I'm just trying to see if I can get this glitch here, because I've never gotten it on console when I'm actually trying to get it. So I didn't. So here it's really basic what you do. You just turn the same timing that you do with Caves 2. But there's a time saver here that's tile manipulation. You run to the edge here, you grab this, you drop down, you run, and then you release Y, and you take 2 steps, then it sets you up for the right tile. This saves 0.2 seconds, but it looks really cool. It's like something that you don't expect to save time, but it does. And there, you just want to make sure that you press the opposite direction just a bit before the end there.
You see, my problem...
So now... Oh, what was that?
So, see, my problem is the second to last drop. I always, for some reason, tend to hit the wall. I don't know. It might be because sometimes I don't press left quick enough.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you hit it a bit before the edge. You don't want to hit it as Lester's dropping. You want to hit it as he's on the slope that's going down.
With ducking those, maybe save a bit of time.
So, with Pylon here... Oh, and ducking does not save time, because you still have to turn.
Okay.
With Pylon, you have to run just enough here so you can get on the leftmost tile of this platform and not grab the ledge. But if you do grab the ledge, you can still do the buffer, just waste time. So, I don't really know how this is going to work since I paused there, but we're going to duck, and then immediately as he starts to duck, we're going to unduck. Then a bit after he begins to run, we jump.
Also, sorry for my mic peak there for people watching.
Ooh.
So my mic, for some reason the volume keeps going up and down. I've actually got my system settings open, it keeps rising and falling. So I've turned myself down by about 5 decibels to stop it peaking. So, see, the thing I do for this is I get on the leftmost tile and then I do an air hump animation.
Yeah, that's another way, but it's kind of inconsistent since you can't quite buffer that because the game lags sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you notice yourself hitting the rock, you're going too late. If you notice that you're missing the platform completely, then you're going too early. It's a lot harder to go early than it is to go late. Like both of the times I missed it there, I went late.
Yeah. The game catcher's also frozen on this end.
Oh, I just have the game paused.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the pause thing. It's because it's covering the rock tiles. It's like.
But yeah, just once you get in the rock, you're just gonna do a B neutral jump out. You can actually also turn and walk out, but of course that's slower. But fun fact of the day. So here you want to make sure you have 3 health no matter what. If you don't, you can either suicide or just wait on a spider. Waiting on the spider costs 3.67 seconds. Be right back. Sorry.
So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this demonstration at the moment. It's definitely helping me at the moment. Sorry, I thought that was thunder outside again. I do apologise. But yeah, this tutorial is actually going to be uploaded onto YouTube for those who have missed parts of it, because this is definitely information from someone who knows the game extremely well. This is someone who he's a current world record holder with a 15:13, and yeah, that's why I invited him on to do. I think we can call it a show because it's pretty much like an actual show. So.
Okay, so I'm back now. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just doing a quick explanation about for those who may be watching this on YouTube who don't know about you, for example. He's Koffingrockz on YouTube and on Twitch. Links in the description, by the way.
Thank you. So this stage here, if you have 2 health, you're gonna have to wait for the second spider. But you always want to damage boost to this first one, no matter what, even if you have to suicide. So if you have 3 health, you're just gonna do this. You're gonna run past. On the second set, you wait for this one, then you run, get this health, and then you do spider jump. Just kidding. Actually, there you want to damage boost. I accidentally forgot, but you can damage boost through the stalactite, and then you can just keep on going. So here,
this upcoming section with the spider. I have a couple of questions. My main question is, how do you know when the spider's going to drop? Because it's caused me a multitude of problems.
It's consistent if you buffer it. So, first thing is, be on this tile here. Okay, so then we're going to run to the right. 1 cocoon, 2 cocoons. Then we're going to run, and on the second web, we want to be on the rightmost tile of it, right there. And then you need to take that extra step there. Then we're going to duck, X, duck, run. Then we're going to do that. Take 3 steps here.
So what does the that what I call humping animation? What does it buffer? Does it buffer the spider cycles?
What was that?
Does the animation that lets us in the, as I call the air hump animation, does it actually buffer the spiders?
Yes, it does.
So then it's kind of like air hump down, move, so then you know when the spider's going to drop.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. We buffer it because he always drops at the same time.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that again just so you can see it?
I saw it okay actually.
Okay.
It looks. I mean, it's pretty much just. I think it's just memorization really. It's just memorizing the fact that you have to do that to be able to get it consistent.
And make sure you memorize his tiles, and if you don't get the last hit, just boomerang again, and it'll kill it. But yeah, just make sure you do exactly those movements.
Yeah.
So lava run, okay. If you want to optimize it, there's a bit more to it, and I might as well talk about it because it's not too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna run, wait for this one, run as far right as possible, far right as possible, far right as possible, run, take a step, accidentally waited too much, and then you can just go. But yeah, the key is just jumping as far right as possible, and then the rest is free.
And then obviously the real men clip through walls as well.
Yes.
For some reason I tend to accidentally miss it.
You mean go past too many tiles?
Yeah, and then I have to obviously retreat back.
Yeah, I just recommend walking up to there, honestly, because it's very easy to miss it.
Yeah, and then obviously lava kills me, and then the salt shakers come out like nobody's business. Like it has done on a multitude of PB attempts.
Okay, so are you ready for some more tile manipulation?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, again, more text I've never seen before because I'm so used to skipping it.
Okay, so for this first jump, you're going to jump right before the second little thing is popping out of the ground, right there. This one, we run off, then we go 1, 2, same place pretty much. Just
so pretty much you stutter the running just for a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here you can save a second by doing a ridiculous jump. We're not talking about that in this. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, then jump a bit later here. Okay. Here, run 2 tiles and step 1. Go down. Then we pass 1 here. Make sure after you pass that, you take a step. That's important. Then you take a step, grab this. After passing this pelican, you're going to take out your sword.
Isn't there a way to catch the sword mid-air as well? Because I think I've seen Raddy do it once or twice.
Get the sword in mid-air?
Yeah, basically before it bounces once.
I'll have to look into that. That's actually... I'll test that. Thank you for making me think of that.
Okay.
This next one, we're just going to stop right before the pelican. Right there. Then we take 1 run unit, 2 steps. Then we run when we see this guy. We stop because the tiling is so good there, and we take a step and kill him.
Yeah,
That is really easy.
This is the main area time save. I mean, I can save some time here because it's... My problem is I'm not 100% sure the pirate locales, so to speak. I'm not sure.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to help you so much here because if you know this tiling, it becomes super consistent.
Okay.
So this first one, I don't recommend going for fast cycle because it's random. So just stop right about there and then take 2 steps and kill him. You can use the mast that you pass as a cue right about as it's about midway off screen. You just pull out your sword.
Okay.
This one, we just run a unit, kill. This one, we run, takes 2 steps, kill. And this.
The absolute mess.
Okay. This one you can usually just react to. So as soon as you see him, pull out your sword and then mash. Here, it doesn't really matter what you do. Just make sure you wait. Then before the barrel, you're just going to get out your sword, and we wait for this one. This next one, use the mast as a cue. When the mast is off screen, just mash. That mast right there. This one, 2 tiles. This one, you look at the cannon on the bottom. Right before the cannon, you stop, take a step, kill. Next one, watch. This one, we can't quick kill, so you always have to wait for that, even if you're a TAS. And then that one, we have to take a step for. And then this one, we just stop way before at the barrel because it's just not safe to quick kill that one. So just remember, for the gauntlet, after all the dynamite and stuff, the first one you just stop for the barrel and you wait for. The second one, you wait for the mast off screen. The third one is really close units. The fourth one, you go to the cannon on the bottom, then you take a step. The fifth one, you always have to wait for. The sixth one, you go until you see him, then you take a step. And then the 7th one, you can just stop way before the barrel because you're never going to quick kill him.
Okay.
I know it sounds like a lot, but if you look back at how I do it and you memorize that, it'll be super easy and you'll get it every time, and it's really fast. Okay, so Ship 2 is a weird level. There's some RNG at the end of it, but it 9 times out of 10, besides luckily this attempt, it'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure you follow my movement exactly here. So you're just going to run, go up this. You're going to jump up, run a unit, take out your sword, then you're going to walk a unit. And then you're going to jump, run, take out your sword, here. Now here, I just recommend practicing. I don't have any cues or anything. I just pay very close attention to my screen, and as soon as I see the pirate, I pull out my sword. The first one you take a step for, and then I think the second one, you're just right by him.
Okay.
And then the third one, I think you take a step for. Just like that. And now we only have to kill 1 more pirate. When Lester's head is right on the end of this platform, you can jump right there. And then this one you have to wait for. And then we just run to the end and hope for good luck. If you get bad luck, you just kill these 2 at the end. But most of the time you do get good luck. And then here we pass 1, 2, 3, 4 doors, and this one, right on the edge of it, you jump, so you can do that. Right at the beginning, that 5th door, you jump. Hey, Garbanzo.
I'm just making sure it's coming through alright. From what I can see, it's come through okay.
Okay, then we destroy that door.
Oh, you can do it from that side? I never knew you could.
Mm-hmm. Let me get the ladle. The tiling in this room is perfect, so you can just go pick it up and then exit.
Yeah.
And this is not perfect tiling here. This is far from perfect tiling, so we have to stop 2 units before. And same here. Also, keep note of my distance on all of this. Yeah, this game is pretty zoomed in, Garbanzo, but I think you can still see most everything that you need to see. There, I hold X, and as I push the cannon, I'm also holding up, so I entered the door super quickly. Here we just run 2 units to the right, and we win.
Yeah, I was just telling Gavanzo the whole capture was not via a capture card. It was via a. Is it a camcorder that's capturing it?
iPod camera.
Oh, iPod camera.
Okay, so I guess do you want me to do a whole run here just to show everything in motion?
I think I think everything. I think it's all okay. I believe
Okay, good.
because obviously bit by bit is. As you can hear, my dog also wants to go out as well. So
Yeah, but hopefully this will be really useful to you guys and any new Luster runners. I think this is a good route. This
sorry.
route will definitely give you at least a 1525, I'd say, without a doubt.
Actually,
Because
you
you
could
really
do a run, and then I'm gonna go off mic for a sec to let my dogs out.
okay.
So, Nisa Garbanzo, Coughing's gonna do a run now, so I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. And this will be purely with race strats, so I'm not going to be going for anything too crazy here, like any frame perfect jumps like you can do at the end of this level here. So we're just going to take it normal. And it is good to do a full run here so we can see the damage route in motion. Sub 15 incoming. Well, I did a run earlier just in a race and I got like a 1536 or something, which I don't know, it was still kind of just a silly run because I went for a lot of tough things and I missed it. But yeah. So right there I got a good tile that propelled me forward a little bit. And here we're not going to do crab jump. Rest in peace run. You can skip that crab without kicking it. I do that in all of my runs now. Jump there. And normally we would jump there, but I'm not going to do it just for marathon safety. I want to make sure that you grab those ledges at the right time so you don't lose time. So that he doesn't linger. Also right there, you can speed up that ledge by jumping. There's a quick grab right there. You can easily opt to not do that if you don't feel comfortable with it, because you actually can go past it and create trouble, but if you just practice it a whole bunch, it's not bad. Here we just hope for good RNG. Maybe, no. Yeah, that pattern, that was not a good pattern at all. So it only cost me a second and a third, which in a marathon setting isn't bad. Here, make sure you jump near the end. Also, there was a jump. Wait, that is a full tiptoe skip there. There's a jump that you can do in burial grounds, or a strat that you can do that's RNG that can potentially save time, but I wouldn't recommend going for it. So I didn't even mention it, but it's like a jump where you just do like a B neutral right jump, and then you basically set up to skip the animations, and then you just hope for good luck that the platform doesn't fall, but I wouldn't recommend going for it, so I'm just going to do the buffer. Jump there. And the tiling is pretty generous in this level. That's good luck there. That's like the only kind of tricky jump there. Oh, almost perfect RNG. I'm going to go for the skip here. I missed it, but that was kind of just because of tiling. Okay, so I took that a bit riskier than I normally do. And I got like almost perfect frame. And also the tiling is perfect in that room there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of make up my own strat with rooftops here because I don't normally take it safe. So let's see what happens. Jump there. I'm going to... Okay, I failed it. But that's fine because I want to show off cage as well. So 1, 2. Pass the flowers turn. Then we mash X. Glitchy glitch. Okay, because we have 1 health, we do this. And last time my only mistake was jumping too far to the right on that first roof. Okay, this tile will work. Well, excuse me, it would work. I'm just going to stay at this tile right now just for safety, just to show you that this will indeed still work. Okay, make sure you're not too far to the right here if you're going for the jump that I'm about to go for. Also, pay attention to how much the vine swings. Like right there, I couldn't go for it because I was actually too far to the right. So make sure you pay close attention to that vine because sometimes the jump can be impossible if the vine is mean to you. This one doesn't really matter where you're positioned, though. I'm just taking it safe. That's river. Okay. Then jungle is pretty much just as it is. And I'm kind of glad that I am actually being able to show off all the strats here that I want to show off, even though I am making mistakes. Remember that this vine is farther off than all the others. Or, excuse me, that one. I forgot how to count there for a second. And there's the super jump there. Alright, let's see. Okay, because we land on that tile, we can do a B right jump. Then we just do the buffer.
Yeah, the game
and then we
is
cheat.
a little bit of a butt at the moment. Sometimes it kind of locks up.
This might actually be the right frame here.
Because how much of a frame window do you have for the 4-hit cycle?
For the first 4 hit, you have like 1 trillion frames. As long as you don't get first frame, you're fine. But to get what I just got there, the perfect fight, it's probably 1 or 2 frames. But the first 2 hits you'll always get, no matter what.
Yeah.
As long as you practice enough and you don't mess up.
Yeah.
But if you miss the first hit, you can't get any of the others.
Yeah. So kind of like if you can't get the first. See, I think for this bit with the rocks, I just need to be a little bit more confident with it because I tend to walk up, so I'm actually on the correct tile to just jump up instead of what you do, which is tending to. I'm gonna see if I can make this larger. No, that's a good idea. Just accidentally close the feed for like a millisecond. But anyway, I've got it back open again, so. But yeah, whilst Koffing's been doing this, I have had an idea for a potential podcast where I would get like, it wouldn't be like a weekly thing, it'd be like something I would do like every, like maybe once a month, where I'd like get a different runner on to kind of showcase their game little bit by little bit, and then maybe you know, make it like a YouTube exclusive podcast maybe.
Mhm.
Because I know people like Gabonza guy. I would love to get him on just to do like a Bubsy showcase. Because
That would be nice.
I could always do a Star Fox 2 showcase as well. Or I could show off like the antithesis of Mickey Mania as well.
Mhm.
But I don't know
And
what.
also, I'm sorry.
That's right. I just wouldn't know what to call the podcast. I don't know whether to call it what to call it, whether to call it the Speedster
The
Showcase or
the League of Extraordinary Gamers.
the League of Extraordinary Speedsters.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, because I could speak to Sky about it because I know that she runs quite a few different games.
Mhm.
So
So next, I got an easy peasy little cheat for all you kids out there. Put this on the game facts. It's so easy.
Kotaku, make an article about that particular glitch. But no, Kotaku, they most probably would. They'd be like, less of the unlikely broken. Or no, the title would be less of the unlikely fun? Question mark. Which actually, if you watch a speedrun of this, it looks like a bucket load of fun.
Hmm. So make sure you pay attention to my tiling there, and you'll always get this. Very easy.
I still could not get over the way Lester runs. I don't know why they made Lester run the way he did. It's just.
Oh my gosh, I disagree, game. Sorry.
That's alright.
Okay, so since I have 1 health, I'm gonna go for ridiculous strats just to show them off. Also, even if I do die, I'm still on pace for a sub 16, just to show you how easy it is.
Because Coffin is trying to train me up to do a sub 16, which.
Yeah, sub 16 is free nowadays. I
And
remember back in my days, we actually had to work for sub 16.
And they've said sub 40 and no Star World is free, and I still haven't got it after 6 months.
Okay, so let's see if I can do this. So, this jump I'm about to go for is it's a interesting one. Basically, you jump at the end, then you press left at a specific time, and you pray. Let's go for it.
You pray to the speedster gods.
I got it.
Oh wow! Why doesn't Lester take damage then? Because you heard the sound that he'd normally make when he takes a hit.
Because there are a few frames where he does scream but doesn't take damage. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Oh, let's not do that again like I did in my PB. I am glad that I did get hit, though, because then I can show you backup stuff.
One other question about Lester that I always find intriguing. How can he run for so long in jeans? Surely they would hurt. They would hurt after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they are as tight as they look like. Because they look like blue lycra jeans. They look like they can't be any tighter on him.
Yeah.
And then, also, when you're on the desert island, why is he wearing a blue hoodie? Surely halfway through he'd think, yeah, it's a bit warm. Maybe I should take my hoodie off, maybe. But then again, the ending cutscene, he just rips it off, doesn't he? So that would throw that bit of story out the window.
And notice all of my tile manipulation there?
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm just going to actually suicide here, just so I can show the normal strats. And so I guess if you did get here, you could just suicide. I'm not sure if suiciding... I'm pretty sure, yeah, suicide would be slower, but I'm just showing this off just for... I mean, it's a marathon safe strat, so why not?
So how much?
Whoa.
So,
Okay. So my controller malfunctioned there. It ate my Y input. So I don't
so
know what to expect.
so how much time does it save to actually jump up the that ladder there compared to going up normally?
Wait, which? Oh my gosh, I got hit again.
In terms of jumping up instead of climbing the entire of the a ladder slash a rope in this case.
I'm sure it saves quite a bit of time per one. Oh, that's weird. RNG. See, that ship was a complete nightmare.
Whatever you do, make sure you drop the spoon in the right place.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even though that run was a complete and utter horrible thing ever, like I mean, this was still probably sub 16.
Yeah.
Even though I made like a trillion mistakes.
Yeah.
It was probably around a 1550. And you just want to push it a bit past the door there.
Yeah, do remember to follow Coughing. He's definitely made this game a humongous amount quicker compared to what it used to be. It
Yeah,
used to
for sure.
be it used to be around about, I think the world record before you came along was around about 1630
It was
roughly.
1738, I
It was a
think.
1738 and now it's down to a 1513, so
Yeah.
definitely drop Coughing a follow. He's definitely become a pioneer of turning this game into what the AVGN called a lot of things and made it into something that's actually one, enjoyable to play, two, enjoyable to watch, and three, completable.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, the links will be in the YouTube description for both his YouTube and I'll also put his Twitter down there as well because why not?
Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I really hope that this will really inspire more people to run this game because this game really means a lot to me. I've put
Absolutely.
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this, and I just really hope that more people will pick it up and maybe even try to beat my time. That would be really awesome to be able to compete with people.
See, for someone who's recently come into the community, such as me, I can definitely say that this game is a lot more fun than, you know, like previous gameplay videos have actually shown. Because speedrun, comparing it to a casual playthrough, speedrunning the game actually feels a lot more natural. It feels like you're using, even though the mechanics are awkward, you're using those mechanics to your benefit. Pretty much, you're using
Exactly.
it. You're
The
using
buffering.
the buffering. You've also got the jumping, the run jumps as well. They are all used positively. They're not
And even
just
like the
used
tile manipulation.
exactly. I mean, everything in this game, whilst it feels awkward to play casually, if you speedrun it, you will see why it's so enjoyable.
Mhm. And it was really fun just dissecting this game, understanding exactly how it works and everything.
Pretty,
And
I mean, taking it down to specific tiles, especially getting to analyze it pretty much frame by frame, movement by movement, Leicester by Leicester.
yep. But I mean,
No, I
even this
know.
run right here will definitely show you. I mean, you can still make a lot of mistakes and still get a sub 16. Because I mean, like I said, that was easily like a 1550. Even though I had a suicide, I made a whole bunch of other mistakes. I missed rooftops, lost like 8 seconds there. But I mean, if you really practice, this is a very consistent speed game too. It's unless you go for optimal times like me, where
Yeah,
you have to reset for RNG stuff. But you can
definitely.
definitely very consistently finish runs if you're just going for a
Yeah,
basic route.
yeah. See, I think definitely. I mean, my current time as of this is a 21. I definitely think the sub 21s are. It's definitely consistent to be able to get a sub 20 pretty much once the route's been learned.
Hmm.
And
I mean,
also, their promise of watch out for Lester, he will be back, still has not happened.
I've asked the programmer. There was never any intention of there being another one.
So why did they put it in the credits then?
To hopefully get more people excited about the franchise. I mean, look at the Incredibles. They had a cliffhanger at the end of that movie, and now it's like 10 years later, and they're just finally saying we might make another one.
They did that with the Cheetah Man series as well. Pretty much, like they tried to make a line of action figures, and if anyone is familiar with my reviews, you would know how much I slammed that game for pretty much, especially Cheetah Man 2. I absolutely, because that's a review I did. I absolutely slammed it for the mistakes, the glitches, and the fact that they wholly intended to make a sequel, no matter how bad it would have turned out to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this definitely could be an idea for a podcast. I definitely think this could be something that, I mean, because I've definitely got. I mean, I could speak to Radioactive Rat about this. I mean, Garbonzo might be up for doing this sometime. I mean, I could maybe speak to a few others and see whether they would be more than willing to showcase their games in this way.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can duck here, and they won't hit you.
That just looks wrong from that perspective. It just doesn't look right. I'll suddenly become Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but with a sword.
Yep. I felt bad for how I choked Ship so much in that one run. I want to redeem myself. Usually, I don't really mess up the ship level, and it goes pretty smoothly.
But yeah, this tutorial definitely will help a lot of people, because the way you've dissected it has been fantastic. It's just been every single minutia about the game has been wonderfully explained.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's not just about saying, "Oh, these are the strats. Like, this is how you do this strat. This is how you do that." It's pretty much you've broken down pretty much every single jump, pretty much every single Lester weird thing that he does, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That's how the ship level should go right there.
Yeah.
You can actually grab that torch from really far away. It's weird.
Yeah.
There's the cannon jump.
But yeah, if you do like this tutorial, drop it a YouTube like, and I'll see if I can get more people to showcase their games potentially. Because it's definitely something that I can see definitely there being an interest in, because talking about games is a lot of fun, but obviously a visual representation of it would actually be something that could be relatively interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And also, if you are interested in this game, just feel free to go to any of my Lester videos and just say hello, you're interested in running the game, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I can even give you an invite to the Lester Discord if you're interested on any updates with this game, or if you just want for help there.
Yeah, the Lester Discord is one of the places to be, especially for showcasing. Because Coffin definitely showcases a lot of new strats all the time. There's definitely new ideas that he comes up with, and we're also very open to new ideas with this community, because we are trying to get that sub 15. I know Coffin definitely is pushing for it, and any time save right now is kind of vital.
Yeah, but we still have a bit of ways to go. We still need to somehow shave off like 7 more seconds, and that's going to pretty much require a new glitch or something. I mean, I can maybe still find like a few more like half-second time savers, but we certainly need a new glitch somewhere to really save time to get to that sub 15.
I think the most important thing right now definitely is there needs to be another task of this, basically with all the new ideas put into play.
Yeah, I mean, Swordless is talking about making a new one. Hopefully he'll do that sometime soon. He said he'll probably make it on stream, which that would be interesting.
But yeah, I mean, if you, I will be linking Koffing's information in the description of this video. So literally everything: his Twitter, his Facebook, not his Facebook. What am I talking about? I don't have him on Facebook. Just his Instagram, his Imgur, his Tumblr account where he makes Lester humping gifs. No, I'll be linking his Twitter, his YouTube, and his Twitch, and pretty much he's the guy to talk to when it comes to Lester the Unlikely at the moment. He kind of came out of nowhere and just destroyed the game. He kind of took the game and said, he basically drop kicked the game and completely made it something different.
Yeah, I think when I originally learned this game, it took me 3 days to beat the record of the 1738. And then from there, like every week, it just got lower and lower and lower. Then I would take a break for a few months, find something new, make it lower, lower, lower. Then I took a break for like a year. Then I found Pylon skip, got it lower, 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 and cycle of life just repeats with this game.
But yeah, I definitely hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial because I certainly have. So, as I say, go visit Coughing on all the things that are listed because he's helped me a lot. He's definitely helped me sort a few problems out with my technique in terms of certain strats.
And I may even make another tutorial on my YouTube channel sometime as well, just breaking it down by individual levels and just giving off even like a lot of the advanced strats. So you can look forward to that too. And even just like a video just explaining alt movement as well, because like I just see a lot of people doing certain things. Like, for example, one common misconception is it faster to duck off of a ledge or just get the landing animation? And a lot of it depends on the ledge, but for the most part, if you can turn and go off the ledge, then it's always going to be faster.
Yeah.
And other than that, I mean, it's just learning each individual ledge and knowing what's fast, timing absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and head out now, but I think it was really nice being able to talk to you, and I look forward to seeing your future attempts because I know you'll definitely be able to get at least like a 17 or an 18.
Yes, absolutely, and I do hope it's people. You know, why am I getting tongue-tied for? I've been streaming for nearly 6 hours. I should be speaking okay. They'll definitely check Coughing out. And I think they'll wrap up this tutorial. And if this does become a podcast, this first episode, if I do pursue it, it will be the League of Extraordinary Speedsters. It will be called. It just depends on whether I can get more people onto the show. So remember, drop a YouTube like. I would say subscribe to me, but I don't produce content all that much. It's very much like my PB attempts or musical remixes at the moment. But hopefully there'll be more content. So thank you, Coughing, for coming on and showing me the game, especially because I've needed all the help I can get right now. So
I'm definitely glad I could help, and maybe I can make one of these for Rocking Bullwinkle Game Boy too one day. Oh, that's a technical game right there.
Yeah, it would be quite a long show for Rocky. I'll definitely Rocking Bullwinkle, because there's actually a Master System game called Rocky. So just to avoid the confusion there.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and head out now and get something to eat for dinner. So talk to you later.
Talk to you later.